Okay, hey everyone, welcome. Today I want to talk about this powerful psychological concept that affects the best of us, whether we realize it or not. It's called intermittent reinforcement, and it's the reason why you might feel stuck in a relationship which is hurting you. You may have heard the term before, but today I'm gonna break down exactly what it is, how it works, and why it can make walking away from a toxic relationship feel almost impossible. So let's go. It's a term that originates from experiments by B.F. Skinner, a prominent psychologist known for his work in behaviorism. Stick around us as we explore how this concept works, how it manifests in relationships, and why it can feel so addictive. So let's move to who was B.F. Skinner. So this is a guy who is a key figure in psychology, known for his research on operant conditioning, which is all about how behavior is influenced by the consequences that follow it. Skinner conducted experiments with rats and pigeons, exploring how different reinforcement schedules affected their behavior. So, in one of his famous experiments, he set up a Skinner box, essentially a cage with a lever that could dispense food. When the animals pressed the lever, they would receive food every time. That's what we call continuous reinforcement. This approach led to the animals quickly learning the behavior. But when Skinner introduced a variable schedule, meaning the food would only come sometimes and sometimes not, the animals became obsessed with pressing the lever. They would keep pushing it, ensure when the next reward would come. So we have talked about this. Okay, so now let's move ahead with the relationship. So what does this have to do with relationship? Many of us find ourselves in connections that mirror this intermittent reinforcement pattern. Think about it. You are feeling stuck and you're not able to move, or not able to do whatever you want from inside. Even you cannot hear your inner voice while it's screaming at you, but you are just ignoring it. So it can put some health adverse effects on you. So let's talk about it in detail. Think about it. In love, attention, or affection, you crave from your partner comes inconsistently. It can create a powerful pull. That occasional pallet of affection can feel so rewarding that it keeps you hooked, even if it comes with a lot of frustration. In these situations, we can start to feel like the rat in the cage, trying to figure out how to get those moments of closeness. The relief we experience when we finally get that attention feels euphoric, and we chase after it, often at the expense of our own well being. So, what are the dynamics of control? Here's where it gets tricky. Sometimes one partner intentionally uses intermittent reinforcement to maintain control over the other. Okay, for instance, have you ever experienced a hot and cold relationship? One minute everything seems perfect, the next it feels like you're strangers. This kind of behavior can stem from a partner's fear of intimacy or their own unresolved issues. They might not even realize they are doing it, but it can create a cycle where you're left feeling confused and desperate for more, and you think that you are stuck. Talking about being stuck, let's also talk about recognizing abuse. Unfortunately, in more extreme cases, this intermittent reinforcement can escalate into emotional abuse. Partners with certain personality disorders might consciously manipulate their partner by granting affection only when it suits them. This can lead to a toxic environment where one person feels starved for love and constantly tries to meet the other's demands, changing themselves in the process. But what can be the roots of this behavior? Why do we find ourselves in these patterns? Traces back to our childhood experiences. If we grew up in environments where love was given inconsistently, we might feel unconsciously seek out the same dynamic in adulthood, hoping to get what we never had. So what's the takeaway? If you find yourself in an intermittent reinforcement relationship, first of all, recognize that consistency is key. Remember, it's okay to walk away from relationships that leave you feeling confused and depleted, because it's affecting you and it is destroying your life without even making you realize the situation. If you are struggling with this, don't hesitate to reach out for support from friends or professionals. Healing from these patterns is possible. Start with acknowledging what's happening and making a conscious choice. So we have covered this, and try to engage with this content. Like and subscribe for more content.